boom, this is the story about the time my child mother tried to get me locked up, but got herself locked up. It's like 2016, 17, something like that. My mother came over to braid my kids' hair because she always braid my kids' hair. Because this particular child mother didn't know how to do hair, which is why she's bald. Understandable. As I explained in the previous video, when she feels a certain type of way, she puts me out of my own house. This particular day, my mother was there, so I wasn't leaving this day. Randomly, she shows up, start yelling at me and stuff like that, and we walk past my mother and go into my bedroom. My bedroom door is open and my mother looking at us the whole time while we going back and forth. So I walk away and set up my phone. As soon as I press record, this girl goes, "Ow! Ow!" So I'm looking like, what the F going on? She goes, "You punch me! You punch me!" Mind you, my room door is open and my mama looking the whole time. She ain't even braiding her no more. She just looking at us. So I grab my phone and I walk past her, going out of the room. So this girl calls the police and start telling them this crazy story. My mama getting mad because she like, "I got warrants. You can't be playing with all that calling police stuff." Boom, the police arrived. It didn't take nothing but like 3 minutes because she sounds Caucasian, so they thought she was in some serious danger. Police come in, they like, "What happened?" We explain what happened. My mother goes into my daughter's room because again, she got warrants, so she ain't trying to play that game. No, it's 3 officers. Both male officers asked me to come outside while the woman officer talks to my child mother. So my child mother snitches that my mother's in there, so now they go in there and talk to my mother. My mama pissed off now because she like, I told this I got warrants and now she's sitting there snitching. Oh, it's on that. So while they talking to my mama, they like, "Look, you in the county, you got city warrants. We don't care about no city warrants." So I'm sitting on the porch talking to the officer and he like, "It's cheaper to keep her." Soon as he says this, my child mother busts through the door and handcuffs Thomason. "I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy." So I don't know what happened. I'm like, oh snap. Mind you, she's called her relatives. So they out there looking at her in handcuffs, flipping out. And they looking at me like, oh yeah, it's on. They really didn't want smoke. I'm still trying to get the fade with them. And this was like 7-8 years ago. So she's lying to the officer the whole time, telling them I beat her up. My mother's like, that didn't happen. And the killer part was, I showed the cop the footage of what happened. Now you out here looking like this massive liar. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. But what happened in the room, according to the police report and my mother, officer asked her to get off the phone and talk to her. She wouldn't get off the phone. She's on the phone lying to her dad, telling her stuff that the police were doing, that they were not doing. They continuously asked her, "Ma'am, get off the phone." She wouldn't get off the phone. When the officer reached for the phone, she smacked the officer's hand away. Officer went full-blown UFC and threw her in an armbar and flipped her ass over. Slamming her to the ground, putting her in handcuffs and dragging her out of the house, which is when I saw her get drugged out of the house. Unfortunately, that was a whole 24 hours of her eating bologna sandwiches with that one squirt of mustard. Now, here's a part I forgot to add in. When she was calling the police, she kept telling me, "Leave now, leave now." I kept saying, "I just heard you calling the police. Why would I leave now?" Because whatever you said I did, it's gonna look like I did it because now I left the scene of a crime. She started going super haywire, yelling out, "Leave now, leave now." As you can tell from the story, I didn't leave. After that day, she was hell-bent to get me put in jail.